I'm David Radcliffe, Director of the New Community Project. And one of our most important programs, we call them learning tours. Learning tours take groups of all ages to various parts of the world to literally learn about how people live there, what God's creation is experiencing there, how our lives are connected to theirs, and what we can do when we come back home to be in solidarity with the people and the situation there. We take groups to the Amazon, to the Arctic, to Central America. We just returned from Sudan, be heading to Nepal. So places where there are significant issues facing people, facing the earth, and we immerse ourselves in that. We try to learn about local culture, learn about local politics and economics, local religious experiences, and build relationships with the people that we meet there. The trips are typically from 10 days to 3 weeks, depending on the destination. The groups range in size from 6 or 8 people in the Arctic to as many as 20 in Central America or in some of our other destinations. And as I said, we like a mix of ages. I really like having the combination of younger people and older people. It gives a nice chemistry to the groups. We live very simply on these trips. We're not out to make them adventure trips in the sense of challenging our survival skills, but we do want to show people that we don't need as much as we have in this society around us to have a decent life and a good experience and to enjoy each other's company and also to live well with the land that we're visiting. The New Community Project's been bringing learning tours to the Ecuadorian Amazon for the past 4 years. We come here to learn about the beauty and diversity and also the problems facing the Amazon rainforest in this part of South America. We're hosted by our partner Selva, Vida Sin Frontieras, an indigenous, an Ecuadorian nonprofit organization working at indigenous rights and protecting the Amazon and pushing their country as well as the world to respect the beauty and diversity of the Amazon rainforest for all that it offers to the global community as well as just to the nation of Ecuador. This is San Rafael Falls. It's on one of the tributaries to the Amazon River. The Amazon River itself carries 8 trillion gallons of water a day, 11 times the flow of the Mississippi River. It drains a basin area as large as the United States west of the Mississippi. So a huge area of South America that is part of the Amazon water drainage system. The Amazon River is, including its tributaries, some 4,000 miles from the mouth of the river in the Atlantic Ocean all the way back to the furthest tip of its longest tributary. And it together with this whole ecosystem absorbs about 18% of the world's freshwater rainfall. So it's incredibly important in terms of the water that's here in this system, but also in terms, of course, of the oxygen that's produced, as well as the incredible plant and animal biodiversity. About a third of the world's terrestrial biodiversity is found here in the Amazon. Unfortunately, much of the Amazon is under threat from all kinds of factors, poverty and development by industrial interests, as well as cattle ranching and oil development. We'll be seeing some of those on our trip to learn about the local impacts here in Ecuador, but also the impacts that this holds for really the global ecosystem, as the Amazon is so critical for oxygen production, for the rainfall system, for the hydrological cycle, for regulating the regional climate, as well as is protecting this wide array of plant and animal biodiversity. We'll be visiting with Siona and Kofan people, indigenous people who live in this part of Ecuador, to learn how they adapt to and live with the forest, and also, again, some of the threats that are posed to the forest by outside interests generally. We also will try to connect this to our lifestyles back at home. For instance, from Ecuador, their #1 export is petroleum. In the United States, we import 40% of Ecuador's oil. So we are part of the problem, but we can also be a part of the solution as we live more consciously with protecting the earth and also being aware of our involvement or interconnectedness with the Amazon system by the products that come from here and by the economic policies that are important in this region and that can facilitate development, but also can keep people in poverty, which again is an important threat to the rainforest system. So here we are at San Rafael Falls. We're going to see lots more on our trip over the next 10 days and hopefully come home with a much better understanding of the beauty as well as the diversity, but also of the jeopardy that this part of the global ecosystem is facing.
Selva is a foundation which was founded in 1996 by 12 women who have the commitment of protecting the ecosystems and the planet for the future generations. Selva works principally in the Amazon rainforest. They work with 3 basic communities, the Sionas, the Secoyas and the Cofanes, and implement concrete sustainable development projects in these areas. We are working very much in the areas of reforestation, community development, provision of fresh water for these communities, legal services, and different other aspects related to sustainable development. Selva also works in the Andean region. We do community work with the commune, the San Francisco commune, which is nearby Quito, which is an old indigenous commune. We do also the community development. We build schools, we build roads, and we support the communities in attaining their basic needs. Also, we have programs related to the Galapagos Islands and to the oceans, which we protect with different types of projects. The foundation, Selva Vida Sin Fronteras, is very grateful to the new community project. We have been able, thanks to the new community project, to implement different programs in the Sierra as in the Amazon. For example, in the San Francisco Atola Grande, the commune in the Andean region, thanks to the new community project, we are building a school. We are building access roads where previously there weren't any. And here in the rainforest, we are developing a nursery, a medicinal nursery, which was started by volunteers from New Community Project, as well as donations, which enable us to reforest different areas. We provide from this nursery to different communities hardwoods in order to to develop areas of protection and reserve with hardwoods which are in danger of extinction.
In terms of food commodities, in terms of food. Wow. Amazing. It's amazing that you spotted it too. Yeah. You spotted it in the leaf litter there. That was very impressive.
Poisonous for hunting something with the blowguns, my friend. Look at the colors. The color is like red, blue, black, and white. If you scratch with a stick in the back, they pull away the liquid. This liquid you can use it for hunting. And after you have to put in the hole of the blowgun and blow hard, strong one, killing something in the branches. And after, birds or monkeys falling down. But you know what's up later when you go to eat, if you go to eat. If you go to eat the monkeys or bird, probably you will get sick. You're feeling, you can eat it, but not exactly you can get sick, but you can eat, you're feeling a little bit colic. But it's not really good idea to use this one again. Long time ago, the indigenous people, they was using this one, but in this modern time, the indigenous people use it more the curare. Curare is one of the best good one, poisonous one for hunting and killing one. You know what's the antidote to kill the poisons of curare? The salt. Salt. if you cook, for example, if you're hunting, for example, with curare, if you're hunting, for example, monkeys or big turkey in the trees, you wash it, and after wash it, make it pieces with the knife, and after boiling with water, and after you have to put salt together with the red meat, with the monkey meat. Come on, friends. Thank you very much for your help.
There is a saying that if something is colorful and easy to catch, you probably shouldn't.
We saw before another different kind of the natural color, red, but now I had another different kind of natural color. This is a purple one, but usually it's the same one. You can use it in painting and make tattoos, and if you want, you can use it in painting the hammocks also, or necklace, or different souvenirs. It's a nice good one for making and painting and make tattoos. Remember, we saw the red color, the red natural color, but this one is another different kind of the natural color. It's a purple one.
It's just a fruit?
It's a fruit.
Is it edible?
Come from the fruit, yes. Okay, okay.
Sweating too.
Yeah. If you want to make it tattoo later, maybe. Hold it.
That's what it does.
This is one of the amazing good one present of Mr. Georgie Porgy to Señorita Ashley. So don't be scary, please.
It's not that bad. It's a spider.
No, please close your eyes. Okay, open your eyes.
Oh, that's cool. I saw her there earlier. It's a millipede.
No.
Centipede?
Millipede.
Millipede.
Millipede. Centipede is poison. 1,000 feet, my friend. Nice, eh?
One of the most impressive things was this tree that we actually came upon. It's this 1,000-year-old huge tree that is it was about an hour and a half hike into the rainforest, and that's the tree that was our final destination that Aurelia took us to. And this tree, they estimated it to be about 1,000 years old. So it's one of the oldest trees in the rainforest, and it also plays a huge role in the spirituality of Aurelia's village, because it's the center like part of their life and their belief system.
What I expected the rainforest to be like was totally different than what I actually saw. I expected everything just to be green, and I had no idea about all the different types of trees. There's hundreds and hundreds of different types of trees, and no tree standing next to each other looks the same. So it was kind of interesting seeing all the different variety of trees, all the different leaves bigger than my body, leaves bigger than my, wider than my head. It was just kind of amazing. And everything wasn't just green, it was purple, I saw red, red on the vines of the trees, and just the amazing artwork of the nature.
In the case of Ecuador, the penetration of oil, which is contaminating the rainforest and the waterways, there's approximately 3.6 million gallons of toxic waste being dumped in the different rivers and streams on a daily basis. Also, the penetration of the oil companies is implying a destruction of the indigenous communities, their inability to subsist as hunters and gatherers, and slowly and surely they're being cornered and their borders reduced, whereby they're no longer able to follow their regional migrations. Oil is also, when you make a comparison, what is the significance of oil to the Ecuadorian economy? It's a primary sector, but on a global scale, approximately it only accounts for 0.2 to 0.4 of international reserves. On the other hand, the Amazon, the Ecuadorian Amazon, provides 2/3 of approximately 18.6% of the fresh water which falls daily on the planet. So we are doing our best trying to make sure, or trying to develop consciousness, both nationally and internationally, of the significance of the Amazon rainforest and why it should be protected, not only in terms of water supplies, not only in terms of the importance and significance of maintaining the indigenous communities in their natural habitat, their homelands, but also as a major force preventing global warming and absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere.
We're here near the city of Cayambe. This is the heart of the rose growing region in Ecuador. Roses are Ecuador's 4th largest export after petroleum, remittances sent home from workers that have gone abroad, and bananas. These vast houses that are cultivating the roses and preparing them for shipment employ thousands of Ecuadorians, most of them women, but there's certainly some men working there too. The average wage is around the minimum wage in Ecuador, which is around $200 a month, which is subsistence wage for people in this country. People that work here depend on overtime or perhaps depend on other part-time work or salaries from some other member of the family in order just to make it. The rose industry is also one of the most dangerous in terms of people's health in Ecuador. Many toxic substances are used to ward off insects and other diseases from the roses, and many workers there actually are forced to retire at about the age of 30, as the supervisors in the plants realize that if people work there much longer than that, they are very likely to have abnormalities themselves or pass on birth defects to their children. We have visited, while in Ecuador, a rose shop that was a green plant. a rose factory that actually has lived up to international standards in terms of its use of chemicals and its protection of workers, and turning more toward organic and sustainable processes rather than chemical processes to keep the roses safe from pests and make them valuable in the international market. But of all the hundreds and perhaps thousands of rose operations going on in Ecuador, there are currently only 8 that meet green certification. Every country in the world needs to depend on exports for some of its income, and Ecuador is no different than the rest. The question is what price is really being paid for the people who work on the line, you might say, tending the roses in a place like Ecuador. Many of Ecuador's roses head off to places like, in fact, the United States is the main importer of Ecuadorian roses, but also the roses from here go over to Europe, to Russia, to other places in the world as they're fine quality. And of course, the workers' wages aren't so great, so the price is right around the world. But again, we have to think of looking back the line toward the things that we enjoy and consume in places like the United States and what the impacts are to people who are helping us have these enjoyable experiences in our lives. One of the ways we'll be collaborating with our partner, Selva, here in Ecuador, is to purchase and preserve a 55-hectare or about 130-acre tract of rainforest, actually adjacent to the Cuyabeno National Reserve that has been until this moment in private hands. The farmer there has developed part of the land, but the rest of it is pretty much untouched forest. As I mentioned, it borders the Cuyabeno Reserve, and there's a stream that originates in this parcel of land, and one that goes by it, a fairly important stream in that part of Ecuador called the Rio Negro. So we have a great opportunity to purchase this land. It's going to be about $200 an acre, and we have some of that in hand, but over the next year we need to find ways to raise the remaining portion. About 2/3 of it we need to raise yet. So we need to raise approximately $15,000, something like $12,000 or $15,000, I don't know exactly. So we'll certainly need help with this. One could certainly just purchase or help purchase and preserve it oneself by giving us $200 or some fraction thereof for an acre, or some fraction thereof an acre, or could certainly purchase land in honor of someone else for a birthday or Christmas present or just as a gift, or join together as a group, a Sunday school class or a community group or a congregation or a school group, to join together to make this an effort of your own. The Ecuadorian Amazon is disappearing at about the rate of 4.5% a year. So anything we can do to put our finger in the many holes in this dike is certainly appreciated by the people who live here, the indigenous people in the Amazon, as well, of course, as by the rainforest itself. So if you'd like to learn more about this pretty exciting initiative that falls under our If a Tree Falls program, which is our broad-based reforestation and forest preservation program. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can certainly go to our website, newcommunityproject.org, and there you can learn more about some of the details. We'll have some photos up about this particular part of land, as well as our other projects, and we welcome any support, because we are kind of all in this together. It's for all of our benefit that we're seeking to preserve this valuable piece of land and extend the rainforest out to further beyond its borders and protect it for ourselves as well as for future generations and for all the biodiversity that calls it home.
Oh my God, the big family of papagayos. The blue and yellow macaws. There is also over there, look at the top on the right side, look. Look, see it. Got it? I think it's over there, the wings move, look. Look at this. Come on, come on. The beautiful family of the blue and yellow macaws. Wow,